Hello everyone, this is Gail, and this is my entry for Dear Julie Julie's Mayhem Mystery Junk Journal Challenge. This is my fancy closure. I eventually am going to replace it with with another closure, but for now this is the one I am using. And I goofed, but the goof turned out to be a good thing. As you can see, I didn't center it very properly, but I'm going to use that to my advantage, and this will be a closure right here. The cover is some lace out of my stash and a bag from the dollar store. This is a combination of mini album and journal. So this is, I have two double pockets. This is my first one, and I had stenciling and bling that I also drew to do with it. This is my guest check, and it is from the first challenge, I believe. We were to use lace and fussy cut and words and washi tape, and this is a little pocket right here. And then this is another pocket with some paper for journaling. And then this is the first section. These are like a collage, if you can see. And they are some of the papers I used. These were too short, so I put this across here and made a little pocket. And these are some of the papers from Julie's kit. I think it's from the January the January challenge, but they are purple and green, which are my two favorite colors, so I love them. Then this opens up, and here's room. And this one opens up, and then this opens up again. So there's lots of rooms there for pictures. Okay, and here's the second section. This opens up. Here's my other double pocket, and I used lace on that, and another one of the papers from Julie's collection. And then here's a little card, and I got this from the dollar store as well. Back later. And then here's my first signature. I believe this paper is from Beats. There's some wrapping paper, and I also used Easter egg Kool-Aid dye on these papers. This is avocado. Here's another one of Julie's papers. I believe this is a strawberry Kool-Aid. This is some wrapping paper. This is my journal space lined. I used some cardboard to make the lines. Here's another one of those images. That's so pretty. And here's my first signature tie dangle, if I can get it. What I used for the dangles, again, I got it at the dollar store. And I got a bracelet at the dollar store, and I took it apart, and that's what I used. There's another one here, but oh, here it is. We'll see. I loved the beads. I thought they were pretty. So I used those for my signatures. And here's the other part of the journal line space. And I think that's strawberry Kool-Aid, and that's the orange, I believe. Here's another image from Julie's collection. Okay, that's the end of the first signature, and then there's a couple of more spaces for pictures. And here's the next section. And this is my belly band, and I drew paper flowers or fussy cut. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one. And there's my messy thread and stenciling and bling. And then at the bottom, there's a little tiny pocket to put a few more of those little ephemera pieces from Julie's collection. And then it holds a couple of papers here. Then this is from a scrapbook pad that I have. And then here is the other side. And this is 6 pockets. It's made out of book paper, so here's the first one. And then there's one here, and one here, one here, and one here. And then on the side here is the 6th pocket. And I took one of the papers from Julie's collection and then just cut it and pieced it on there. And I love the way that turned out. I think it turned out pretty. Okay, and here's the next section. And this is my pull tab pocket. And I used a piece of junk mail and some stickers to make the pocket. Sorry. Okay, and here's my second signature. Another image from Julie's collection. And doily, some avocado paper. I think that's green apple Kool-Aid. And a bag from the pharmacy. And this is created a little tuck spot right there. And I think this was also a challenge, and it was made with junk mail and fussy cut images. And here's another dangle. I've gotten all mixed up, but you can see down here, here's the dangles from that bracelet. And here's the papers, some ledger paper, another bag from the pharmacy. Other part of the doily, and then this opens up. This is my lace pocket, and I also drew doily, and then the doily flips up, and there's a little space for journaling there. And here's the little card. Okay, this is my top tuck, and I also drew fussy cut and use of fabric, and the fabric is from an old hair bow that fell apart. So, and here's another one of Julie's images. So I just folded it over and made it into a little booklet. Okay. And there's the other side of the top tuck. These 2 pockets here, I made, they come from magazine. And I also use book paper and some lace from my stash. Another little booklet from Julie's collection. And here's another guest check that I made. I think this was also a challenge. So I used fussy cut images and collage and some messy thread. And this one I also stenciled, if you can see there. And the stencil I used was a red net bag from the grocery store that vegetables come in. And this is my paper ribbon. I do not have a sewing machine, and I do not sew, so I just did it by hand, and I used glue to make that. Okay, here's the next section. Then this opens up. And then here's another little flip. Put more pictures, and here's my 3rd signature. Another bag. This was the very first element I did in this challenge, and it was the postage stamp. And if you look, the postage stamp is from junk mail that they sent me. No, they sent it and you're supposed to send it back. Well, I didn't send it back. I used it in here instead. And then the other postage stamp is a sticker I got. So, and then this opens up and it's a little tiny booklet. Here's some more avocado paper and some ledger paper. I think this one is blueberries. This paper is the stamping that I drew. So I stamped with some of my stamps and then I colored it in, and I like the way it turned out. And here is another one of Julie's images. Not pretty. And here's some more signature tie dangles. I'm sorry, they seem to be all tangled up. Things always go wrong when you're taping, right? And there's the rest of the ledger. Avocado paper. And then I took a little piece and I made a little banner and a tiny little pocket. And this holds another one of the images from that collection from Julie. And that's the end of that signature. And then this one opens up. And I didn't put any paper here because I thought that would be a good place to just journal and write. So I left that the way it was. Here's the next page. Oops, sorry, my finger got in the way there. Apologize. And then this was one of those pages, you know, those great big pages, but I liked this saying, so I cut it down to fit in the journal, create your own happiness. And then on the sides here, I can put pictures. And I could put pictures up above it too, I guess. Okay, and here's the next one. And I believe this is the last one and the last signature. So this opens up like this. And this is my ticket that I drew. It was tickets or receipts. And so I used napkin or tissue paper. Oh, that was another thing. There's my napkin or tissue paper. And I used tissue paper on a couple of the tickets here. And then this is a little tuck spot. It just holds a little thing there. There's another image from Julie's collection. And this is some packing paper I got in the mail from a package. And another image from the collection. This is orange Kool-Aid paper. This wrapping paper I got at the dollar store. I loved the colors. It was so pretty. And this is an envelope. And there's this middle, another one of the images. This is the back side of that signature. And then this, excuse me, sorry for the close-up, opens up like that. And again, I left it so I could have that space for journaling. And here's the back side. This is some wallpaper, and I just made a giant big pocket. And I put these in the pocket, and I just turned this into a little booklet. And this is some of, sorry, finger in the way again, some of Julie's images. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I could put pictures in. And so that is my journal. I forgot to mention what I used for this are envelopes. Big envelopes I got at my local thrift store. And they're nice big size, and they were bright different colors. So I use that as the base of my journal. And Patricia Viramontes is the one that did it. She did them with small envelopes, and when I found these big ones at my thrift store, I used the big ones and made it into this mini album junk journal. So thank you everyone for your support and your encouraging words and helping me not to give up, but to try one more time. I hope you like my video, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.